Personal branding is dead in 2026. You see all these videos on YouTube talking about starting a personal brand, but there is something that none of these people are telling you. Building a personal brand is actually a lot harder than it actually seems. In today's video, I'm going to go over, is personal branding actually dead in 2026? Should you even start one? And if you do, how do you do it the right way so that you don't fail like the 99% of people? So let me guess, you watched one of those videos that say how to build a personal brand so majestic that people pay and bend over their ass to just give you money. And in the video, they compare Alex Hormozi and Iman Gadzhi and Tony Robbins and the biggest names that you have 0% chance of ever reaching their level in your fucking lifetime, if in fact hundreds of your lifetimes. And they tell you how this is the clothing they wear, this is the background that they film in, and most importantly, like this is the colors they have, and this is the color theme and the editing theme they have in the videos. And if you just copy that, you're gonna be able to build the best personal brand in the world, and you will be the next Alex Hormozi. They make it seem so much easier than it actually is, but the truth is that like fucking 99% of you will fail. In fact, I might fail. Who my entire offer is centered around scaling other people's personal brands on Instagram, I might fail. But everybody wants to talk about the good odds. Everybody wants to talk about the easy shit, the color theme. But when you pay for their course, it suddenly becomes 10 times harder. There's all these variables that you gotta worry about, and there's no guarantees, it's your responsibility. You gotta take the accountability, bro. So this is what I'm gonna be talking about in today's video because it kind of pisses me off, I believe that with personal branding, and this is not something I believe actually, like this is something that a lot of my colleagues, if you want to call them that, in the same space, they actually admit this as well as a fact. And I've seen this happen in multiple people. You could take two people, give them the same script, give them the same idea, put them in front of the same studio, same camera, same everything, and one video, one person will perform better than the other. But why the fuck is that? And you've probably noticed it. It's because to actually win and to actually build a big, long-lasting Alex Hormozi type of personal brand, you need to be a certain type of person that people just find entertaining, people want to watch you, and people actually value your opinion. So that goes beyond camera. It's not like you can just be a fuckall in your personal life and then you suddenly come onto the camera and you're Mr. fucking funny. No, you have to first be a certain type of person in your personal life, and then you transfer it into the camera. You have to speak a certain way. You have to have certain opinions. You have to be locked in with your routine. Like for example, why is Alex Hormozi the way he is? Because the dude only works in his personal life, and you can see that reflecting in his content with the knowledge he shares, with the niche specific knowledge, more specifically, that he shares. And he's just obsessed. You can see that through his content. You can see the type of person he is. You can see how real, authentic, raw, unfiltered, how anti-bullshit he is with, for example, he doesn't even wear a suit. All these people tell you gotta have a nice background, nice suit, nice that. Bro wears a fucking shorts, some t-shirt, the editor can pull it up, and he wears a hat, and he looks like a fucking monk with the beard. It goes against all the traditional advice that people give you, but he doesn't give a shit. He's never flexed a car in his content once. And that is speaking to who he is as a person. And people like that. I was talking to somebody on a sales call. I was telling them, your content looks shit right now. The most simplest thing that you can improve in your content right now that will bring you like 20% that you can do, that will bring you 80% of the results, is just like making your background look nicer, your audio, everything else, your packaging. If you do that, you're gonna improve. And then he asked me a question about this dude, Mark Builds Brands. He was like, well, why the fuck does he has a shitty quality camera, he films audio on his fucking headphones, and he doesn't wear a shirt. Why is he going viral and he doesn't do any of these things, Philip? Well, I simply said, because he's a certain type of person. He's a certain type of individual. He is entertaining with a good camera, with a good microphone, or not. He's relatable. The way he speaks, the flow in which he speaks, the relatability in his voice. Like, he speaks like a big brother to you, not like some fucking guru with the script or anything, right? He gives you actual, raw, genuine advice. And he is relatable to people like me. I love the fact that he films without a shirt on. That's actually one of the reasons why I love him so much, because he films without a shirt on. He doesn't care what somebody's gonna say, oh, you gotta be in a shirt. He doesn't care. He just hops on camera without his shirt on, gives value, and fucks off. And he doesn't even have a mic. He uses a fucking headset like this. His fucking camera is all pixelated, like he got on some fucking Android and filmed with it. But that's what makes him special in my eyes and in eyes of dozens of thousands of people. If I had the chance, I would film without a shirt now. Bro, if I could, I would just take off the shirt now, throw it there, and just continue like making the video with my hairy fucking chest. Might seem funny to you, but that's how it is. You gotta be a certain type of person. And remember, you will always attract the people that are similar to you. No matter who you are, if you're a bad person, if you're a good person, there's always somebody who's gonna like you and who's gonna dislike you. You shouldn't try to attempt and change yourself just for social media unless it is a good change. If you're doing something bad and you don't want to change, you should probably check yourself. But other than that, like there's like nothing wrong with you being you, but you also have to be a certain way. I'm not saying that you being you will always work. There's some people that are genuinely fucking boring, and yes, they have very good results, and yes, they've made so much money for themselves and their clients, and yes, they're giving really good value, but they're just like boring. Nothing about their life is interesting. And I'm not saying that you will never make any money with your personal brand if you're not a certain type, but I'm just saying that you're not gonna make it like these people make it seem like you're gonna be the next Alex Hormozi. You're not. It takes a lot to be Alex Hormozi. It takes a lot of luck, in fact. I can tell you, if Alex Hormozi or Iman Gadzhi or any of these guys started today, they probably wouldn't be as popular because there's so much competition. But again, the only reason they blew up is because of who they are as a person, because of the consistency, because of the risk they're willing to put in, because of the experience they have. So it's like, it's all about becoming the person first and then coming onto the camera. Or the other way is documenting your journey, but having something to back you up is always good. So this is just something that I wanted to talk about in this video because it kind of pissed me off, like looking at these people. It's just stupid, how they frame it as this is the easiest thing. You just have to have the right color team and color palette, and just bullshit, bro. Thank you for watching this video. Make sure to subscribe and like. If you have any questions about this video or any other video on my channel, which I highly suggest that you watch because I drop some fucking bangers around Instagram and content in general. Make sure to check out those videos. If you have any questions, drop them on IG. I answer all of my DMs personally. And if you're interested in seeing how can we actually help you, you can actually see some people. I'm gonna pull them up on the screen. Who have we helped with scaling their personal brand on Instagram? You can check that out on the screen as well, but also on my website. That's gonna be the first link in the description. And you can book a call with me and my team so we can take a look at your business and see how we can help you scale. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening to this video. See you next week. There are 2 weekly uploads every single week.